What's up, good guys? Doing welcome again to another segment of the news. My name is Taki. You can spell it as Darki, and then it's double E. Welcome again to this amazing segment of Gospel Life News. This is the only space all over the world you can get full update as you can dance Afrobeat and the guys that makes the beats. Trust me, we want to say a big thank you to our fans out there for doing what you do. We love you guys so much. You guys are really amazing. Thank you for everything you guys are doing, the delivery, the intentionality, the love, the commitment, data. Now you didn't have to do it, but you did it, and we're saying, hey, thank you for all of that. It's only after that we come out here and reciprocate that love back to you guys. We intend doing that by giving you guys amazing and premium content that would blow your mind away. By the way, if you have a fan of brother or sister, family friend, even an enemy that is a lover of Afrobeat, this is a good time to share this space with the person and let the person know what we are saying about their faith or the support. And trust me, they're going to come back and thank you for doing all of that. By the way, what I want to implore you guys to please put on your notification button so you'll be the first person to know whenever we make a video, post, or a content. The news today is buzzing. We have amazing guys on the news. Davido is on the news, and at the point we saw where he came up with this slang, we rise by lifting others, and ever since he did that, he has been living up to the expectations. Sometime last year, we saw where there was a worker who worked at the hotel where she returned the sum of over 70,000 US dollars back to the owner. And it made news. People, it trended everywhere. People came out saying that was who we want in the country. And that also got Davido attention, where Davido said he was going to give her the sum of 10,000 US dollars. And apparently, she has utilized that money so well with a major infrastructure in River State. All of this, I will bring them to you in a bit. This is a good time. Please don't change it. Let's see what we have for you guys today on the news. I will begin the news properly. But before the news, I probably have to skip this because Burna Boy was obviously did the tour in Canada yesterday. We saw where he had a major performance. Burna Boy is at this point, right? It's just safe to say he is the king of stage. Nobody comes close. Nobody comes near. He is the king of stage. We saw where he performed. The song he did with the team while rehearsing, where he mentioned Brimo's name, talking about hustle, so he won't fall off like Brimo. And he had an amazing. On the show, we saw where he came out, did that performance live and direct. Everybody obviously loved it. If you have done, Brimo probably could pass for like a mistake, but at this point, it is so sure that indeed Burna Boy really was talking to Brimo at the time. But anyways, like I said, he is the king of performances. For last week, 2 weeks ago, he has been trending with conversations with "I made you, I did not make you, I forrun you, I did not forrun you." He has just been in the news, and a good way to reply all critics was what he did in Canada. Like I said, let's begin the news properly. I will begin with Davido. We saw the lady called Ngozi, the lady who Davido gave 10,000 US dollars, has commissioned a building in Emoa local government in River State, and the project is named after her. And obviously, congrats to this amazing person. And we need more of these people in the country. As a matter of fact, it's just a collage of two beautiful souls. Davido, who didn't have to do it, but then thought it wise to gift her the sum of 10,000 US dollars. As at today's currency, that's close to about 15 20 million, if not more. And I was saying how she utilized that finances to the best of her ability to obviously go back to our hometown and River State to do something that is worth it. Once again, congrats to Ngozi for making herself, a family, and obviously Davido so proud of the achievements. Moving on, we saw on Deezer's top song in Saudi Arabia, we saw Chris Brown, Sensational, the one he featured Davido and Lode, currently sit at number 1 as far as Saudi Arabia. Now, this is a place where, to begin with, English is not the lingua franca. They probably only few percentage of their population understand English, very few percentage. However, we've seen them investing in football. They are big on oil and all of that. Now, even in music, artists are going there and rapping in mad numbers. Davido, Chris Brown, Davido and Lode are currently in Saudi Arabia, topping their Deezer's chart as number 1 with the song Sensational. Moving on, we saw Davido unavailable at the time. YouTube has just surpassed 94 million views on YouTube. Massive one to Davido for this one. We should drop the video. There was a lot of back and forth on this video. If you get to 40 million, I'll drop it. If you get to 50 million, if you get to 60 million, all the old push and the old family were pushing the song. However, as of today, it has just done 94 million, and the countdown to 100 million obviously has just begun. Moving on, we saw Davido coming out to give my announcement as it regards the North American tour set to take place as obviously beginning in April. We're going to be at the MSG, and that's like the highlight of everything. And I was seeing Davido saying, "This time I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with some of my friends. I'm coming with Tacy. I'm coming with Ding Dog Rovers. I'm coming with Tony. These guys are going to be joining me on the road." Now, these are guys that they might not be mainstream, trust me, but bro, they have songs that obviously turn the old space up. And if Davido's going to come with this person, if I was in the US or something, I obviously will not miss this one. Davido really knows how to make his fans happy and obviously buy tickets for his shows. Tickets are still on. If you want to get tickets, obviously you know where to get them. So Davido obviously has been back-to-back busy in the studio, and it's only pointing indications that the album is currently on the way. We saw him back in the studio again. This time with his manager Ayra Sika. They were in the studio, obviously, trying to create new magic that will bust our mind. And for Davido, we all are expecting that this year he would drop a massive follow-up for Timeless. And under no pressure, under no you're just on your own. We just hope that it comes out cool, it comes out correct, so that we all can enjoy good music from Davido. Away from Davido, let's see what Rema is doing in the department. We saw Rema Calm Down was the #2 best-selling global single for last year, as reported by IFPI organization and the Billboard. Now, they had this to say about obviously Rema and Gomez Calm Down. They said, "Calm Down, the biggest and most impactful African song by Nigerian Afro-rap singer, rapper, and songwriter and performer Rema, featuring Selena Gomez, was the second biggest song of last year globally, as announced by both IFPI and Billboard Global 200 on their various year-end reports for music global streams and sales for last year." Now, this is how big Rema was. So for those who don't understand what Rema did last year, this should give you an insight of what Rema did for last year. Rema was in massive. Now, Rema was giving even the foreign guys a run for their money. Nobody came. Most of them never even came close. Rema was making sure that it gets them a serious run for the money. Being on the top 10 of Billboard for the longest of time, being in the top 5 for the longest of time, being at #3 for the longest of time, and obviously making sure that he cements his name in this Sound of Time. We saw where on the Billboard Song Sales chart, Rema was at #1 for the longest. We saw for the Billboard Afrobeat chart, Rema was on #1 for more than 1 year. On the Canadian chart, more than 1 year. On the Indian chart, more than 1 year. That's how much he has cemented himself globally. Moving on, we saw Rema and Gomez Calm Down, currently charting at #1 on 2 countries on Apple Music. Talking about Maldives and Yemen. These spaces, Rema is currently doing #1 on their Apple Music charts. Still on Rema, we saw for the Billboard Global 200, excluding the US. Rema, as we speak today, is charting at currently at #56, having spent about 90 weeks on the chart. And while it was peaking, it was at #1, and it did 2 weeks at #1. While for the Billboard Global 200, including the US, Rema sits at #48, having spent about 86 weeks on the chart. And while it was peaking, it peaked at #3. Moving on, we saw Rema Charm, the song he released last year, an amazing body of work. The video came out, simple video. That project, the single called Charm, have just surpassed 70 million views on YouTube. That's a lot of money, but aside the financial reward that comes with it, it also shows that this guy has cemented his name. You all cannot avoid him. You all got seen him. We're all seeing in our faces. He's making sure Rema has really not come through this year. No song from him, no single from him. He's just in his own hiding space, but we're sure that when he comes back, he's going to be back bangers from Rema himself. Moving on, we saw for the Calm Down original song without Gomez, that one has done about 550 million streams on Spotify. And then, like popular knowledge, we all know that the one with Gomez has obviously surpassed 1 billion. So cumulatively, Calm Down, both the one with Gomez and the initial one, has done close to about 1.6, 1.7 billion. And we have to say big congrats, obviously, to what Rema is doing with that song. Finally, on Rema, we saw Calm Down with Gomez, currently charting at #1 at Uzbekistan at the time on iTunes, currently doing #1 in this space. Like I said earlier, at Maldives, he is doing #1 in Maldives, also #1 in Yemen, and that's on Apple Music, but also on iTunes. Rema is not missing because he's doing #1 on the Uzbekistan iTunes chart. With all of this, it is unfair to say Rema is not in top 4 or top 5. Moving on, we have Portable Omolalomi as the next guy on the news. On Twitter, this guy is currently trending everywhere. A song with Skepta came out, and this is a testament that Portable is indeed one of the smartest songwriters, one of the smartest singer-songwriters we have in the country. Trust me, he's actually might not prove it, might not say it, but then his proneness when it comes to singing, his character, his attitude, his energy when it comes to singing cannot be overestimated. We saw the one with Portable actually came out. This kept came out this night, yesterday, midnight basically. Trust me, an amazing body of work. Amazing body of work. They killed it. There was no what we saw basically just cemented the fact that we could have more collaboration with even our indigenous artists. Now, Wizkid, obviously a UK rapper, one of the biggest we have in UK at the time, and then we have Portable, strong from the slum as far as Sangwater in Nigeria, in Ogun State. We saw him working with Skepta. A lot of persons have obviously predicated the fact that it could be a flop or just say something about the project. But then when it came out, we all can attest that it was a pure body of work. We saw Wizkid come to remind us that there was a point in his life where he was hungry. In Yoruba, he said "Ebi n pa mi," which means that at the point Skepta said he was hungry. Moving on, we saw a lot of this. After the single has brought a lot of persons coming out to share their thoughts, and we saw this fan come out to say, I think the best thing that could happen to Portable is if Skepta A&R a full project for him. Talent has always been there, land by choke. I believe in him after I heard Gasolo, but the music always lacked form and sequence. Odumodo quoted that tweet where he said, he told my man to use mixed English with Yoruba and Pidgin. Make people know say him be the real deal, lie. So Odumodo is confirming the fact that what Wizkid told Portable was that use English, use Yoruba, use Pidgin, put them together in a song, let people understand where you are coming from, your roots, and what you do to be at this big center stage. Moving on, we saw the song Tony Montana. Odumodu was one of those persons who was the pusher of this song, always turn out. Now, for Odumodu Black, right, he's one person we respect a lot. He knows how to push your song, pushing your song out there. If he likes you, if he believes in you, Odumodu will go all out for you. And this one, courtesy for Skepta, he went all out of promotion. We saw where he came out to say, Tony Montana out at midnight, Skep and Potty, the game will never remain the same. We saw Portable on a podcast where he came out to say, I don't want to go broke because they don't celebrate failure. And then he said, Portable is one person that I podcast I love watching it a lot because he speaks and he spits out intelligent words from his mouth. You might not look it, but trust me, this guy is so intelligent. He said at the time in the industry, he was always one. He's his first fan. He was the first. He listened to his song for any other one. Listen to his song. He critiqued himself. He made sure he is a better version of himself every day. And ultimately, the goal is that he doesn't go broke because if he goes broke, no one celebrates failure. He also mentioned the fact that there are times where he come out and make noise, and people asked, or they asked him if that was a strategy. Portable said no, it is not a strategy because he is a content creator, he is a singer, he is an entertainer. So whatever it is that will make his fans happy, he would do it over and over again. By the way, we saw earlier yesterday after the project drop and everything. Before the project drop, we saw where him and Kid and Bouncer went into the ring to have a back and forth. And as acclaimed, it was said that Portable dealt with him and defeated him to the bout. But the true person is with Portable or with Portable defeat somebody as big as Kid and Bouncer. Moving on, we saw DJ Cuppy, a popular DJ. Obviously, people know her better for father's influence or Tezola's daughter. We saw where she came out. Her name is Florence, basically. So where she came out to give details about how she cares less about how she looks and dress. She said she has been voted the best dressed in Nigeria a couple of times, and she really does not care. She said a lot of person doesn't believe that Tenny is her sister because Tenny is obviously a beautiful person. She dresses cool and all of that. But for she doesn't care anything about dress. She doesn't do lashes. She said she has never done her nails before. She's as natural as possible. Even makeup, she mentioned that her team have to beg her to do makeup. However, she does all of that for the glams and all of that. But if you see her in parties or solemnly, you would be surprised that this is the copy you see online. She said she doesn't care. She mentioned that she doesn't care about what she looked like online at the time. Moving on, we saw Fireboy Peru have just surpassed 300 million streams on Spotify, and an amazing one. We want to say congrats to him. This is initial song. I've just done about 300 million streams on Spotify. We saw Ayra Starr was at the Off-White event at the Paris Fashion Week, and she was there alongside great guys like Mr. Easy and $10. But then Ayra Starr was one person heavily guided. She came out. Now this is a testament to show how big you are. The likes of Wizkid, Burna Boy, Davido have all appeared at different fashion weeks and fashion shows in France, in UK, and the US. This time is Ayra Starr's turn, and then she is making good use of every opportunity coming our way. Finally, on the news, we saw Wizkid coming out to give us thoughts about what he's planning to do. And then he's saying, he just had this thing on the story where he said, album with the bread emoji. Wizkid, what are you planning on doing? We all know you dropped your EP recently, about a month ago, 2-3 months ago, thereabouts, and the EP is still doing massive numbers. But then Wizkid is saying, away from the EP, away from the numbers, I am set to drop an album as soon as possible. Also, he also had this one where he said, wish you luck. So after dropping an album, he's also wishing his fans luck. Wizkid is that person. If he says something, till he does it, Wizkid has not done anything. My name is Dati. We'll catch you guys on the very next one.